It's time to talk about the good, the bad, and the just plain ugly of homesteading. Your license has really helped. So this is a video collaboration with Wholesome Roots. So check out their channel. There's going to be several, maybe a bunch of other homestead channels that are talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly of homesteading. We all have our own takes on it because we're all different people. So let's go ahead and talk about the good. For me, the number one good about homesteading is moments. The unexpected moments that happen on the homestead, like this one.
Oh, I've only seen like 3 in my whole life.
Almost as pretty as you are.
Oh, I'm doing a moth tattoo.
That would be cool.
Just light green like that.
It's pretty.
Can I have a hug now?
Okay. Your toe.
Freaky.
Or how about this moment?
I'm so excited for cut.
Wow, man, this looks awesome.
Great looking hive, man. Look at that.
Wow.
And this is capped all the way out to the end, right?
Wow.
So I just ripped
Beautiful.
that, picking it up. But this thing is full. This is their winter honey. They'll be happy.
Can I Ro take a little swipe of that? Is that okay? Less bees there, Ro. You can get, like, don't dig super deep, but
Just like,
You know, they'll repair.
yeah. I mean, just don't punch it
hard.
through.
it's very hard.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a little.
Yeah, go ahead.
And heck, let's share one more moment that's happened on the homestead recently.
Welcome back to eating tomatoes with Rowan, where we eat tomatoes.
In the garden, huh? We'll eat that little.
It's like a little pumpkin tomato.
Oh, delicious. Juicy?
Oh yeah.
How come you always get the first veggies in the garden?
Because I've been watering it for 14 days.
That's right, and you're cuter than me.
Yeah, that too.
So moments with my family are really important on the homestead. We spend a lot of time together. We're not always even doing the same stuff. Amy, of course, is very passionate about horses. So a lot of times she'll be in her round pen and I'll be down in the garden a few feet away and I'll be harvesting, I'll be weeding, I'll be checking out my bees. So we may not even be, doing the same thing, but we're still homesteading in our own way together. Rowan, he's almost 11. She has a great childhood out here. So that's another positive about homesteading, is being able to give Rowan what we think is a great life. I'm sitting in her treehouse right now. She's actually at a summer camp for a week, a sleepaway camp. So I'm really excited for her being able to have that opportunity. So there's just things we can do in the country. And of course, you don't have to be living in the country to be a homesteader, but that's what we're doing. She has this great tree house that I built out of old barn wood. I'm standing on the deck here of this giant walnut tree. It's probably a couple 100 years old. So she has that. She has her own pony out here. I spent a lot of time with her in the garden. She's really into beekeeping. We have woods in the back that have trails. Not great trails, we're working on that. But yeah, I think the good is just all the moments of homesteading. Another good, I am never bored. Never bored. I did live in the suburbs as a kid, but I was always outside doing stuff in Boy Scouts. I mean, I wasn't bored as a kid, definitely, but I feel like I would be bored if I was living in the suburbs right now. there's just so much I can do out here. I really love it. I'm never bored, so that's a good thing. If I am bored, then it's my own fault and I get out and find something to do. So those are some of the goods about homesteading. But, you know, every good has some negatives to it. Everything has a positive and a negative, right? So let's talk about some of the bads about homesteading. The bads of homesteading. Probably the number one bad definitely is animals passing away. We have a lot of animals, and unfortunately that's part of homesteading. Things happen with pets, with animals, and that's always tough for us to deal with. So that would definitely be the number one bad about homesteading, is you get connected to these animals and they pass away. We don't harvest any chickens, anything like that. I probably will eventually. I don't have anything against it. I'd actually love to do it. Raise pigs. The girls really don't want to do that, so it's our homestead as a family, and I respect that. But what are some other bads about homesteading? How about going on vacation? That is not easy to do. When we leave the farm, we get a farm sitter. She does a great job. She's farm sat for us probably 4 times over the years. But I mean, you know, we got to get the farm in tip-top shape. We have to have all of the food available. We have to have extra food, and if something happens, the house has to be pretty clean. The farm has to be pretty clean, and we don't want a farm sitter coming over to a messy house, right? So going on vacation is not an easy thing. We are able to leave for like a night if we have it figured out. Like if we feed the animals a little earlier and we get back, you know, by mid-morning. But really, besides that, if we're gone for more than an overnight that's planned out, we got to get a farm sitter. So yeah, that is a negative. Another bad part of homesteading is it's just there's so much good, it's tough to focus on the bad, I guess. I guess one of the bads is there's no kids around here for Rowan. She goes to school about 25 miles away, so her friends are there. So that is a bad about homesteading. We are a couple miles from town, and we are making friends. But yeah, friends for myself, actually. I have met a lot of great YouTubing homestead people, my online friends. And I am starting to make some local friends, which is great. But again, I work 35 miles away. So most of my friends are 35 miles away. So we get friends that come up, definitely. But that's a big trip for them. It's a big trip for us to go visit them. But like I said, I'm starting to learn of other homesteaders in our area. We definitely have homestead folks out here, and we're starting to interact with them a little bit. So hopefully we'll make more local friends, which, I mean, you know, that's important to have friends and buddies and family. What's another bad? I guess our non-homesteading friends don't always get what we're doing. Some of them admire it, some of them think it's cool. A lot of them think it's cool, but you know, sometimes our friends think we're ignoring them, and it's hard for us to sometimes go visit them. In the summertime, I don't go to the big city of Asheville that often unless I have to. That's where I work. So it's tough sometimes to meet up with our friends and maintain our friendships of people that live about a half an hour away from us. But, you know, we try our best. And the work has to be done no matter what. Sometimes our friends don't understand that. We have, not counting our bees, because I probably have 50, 60,000 bees in my hives right now. Not counting our bees, we probably have 50 animals that we are responsible for. I think 50 animals. They got to be fed. You can't say, oh yeah, you know, I'll stay out and go see this concert with you. The animals got to be fed, rain or shine. If the weather's bad, the animals still need to eat. They don't care. They're hungry. I understand. I get hungry too. So those are some of the bads of homesteading. But again, you know, the good always outweighs the bad. Sometimes you get a little frustrated. Sometimes projects happen that you don't want to do. Like, I don't enjoy weed eating, but you know what? I gotta weed eat. The horses do a pretty good job. I don't really have to mow grass that often. The goats help out. But there's projects you don't always want to do. You have to do. And if you don't, then, you know, the projects start piling up. But at the end of the day, it's a life we chose. And even if I won $1 million, I would still be a homesteader. I probably would do it a little bit bigger, but this is something our whole family enjoys. And it's just, you know, it's a life we chose. It's a life we want. You only get one life out there, and you got to choose what you really want to do. And this is what we're doing as a family. And I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like I'm on vacation at my own house, which is a great way to live your life. Is that, you know, every day should be a vacation, really. And this is what I'm doing, sitting in a treehouse right now. So let's talk about the ugly of homesteading. Well, let's talk about the ugly of homesteading. I'm not sure about that category, how to approach it, but the one thing that comes to mind is poop. That's right, animal poop. We got a lot of animals. We got a lot of animal poop. We got horse poop. We got goat poop. We got pig poop. We got chicken poop. The worst kind of poops is chicken poop. Dog poop, cat poop, quail poop. We got guinea poop. I'm sure there's other poops. I mean, you know, that's the ugly side of homesteading is you got to keep your animals healthy. You got to clean out the stalls. You got to put the poop somewhere. We got a big pile of horse manure over there, but at the end of the day, we take that manure and we use it for our amazing garden. This is probably the best garden I've grown this year, and it's because of poop. So I guess that's the ugly of homesteading, which in the end, if you can take that poop and make it into something, that's a pretty good thing. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video about the good, the bad, and the ugly of homesteading. If you have, check out the other homesteaders that have probably just published their video titled The Good, the Bad, the Ugly of Homesteading. Check out Wholesome Roots, and just keep enjoying your life. Maybe you don't want to be a homesteader, but if you do, you know, it's easy to start. You don't got to start big. Just start with what makes you happy and go from there. So until next time, just, you know, have a great afternoon.